Hey everyone, we get a lot of leadership advice from pretty much everywhere. The internet is flooded with leadership advice. But today I want to talk to you not about leadership, but about being a follower. Because before you become a leader, you have to first become a good follower. And if you follow the right type of leaders, you will become like them. If you follow the wrong type of leaders, you might learn how to hide under the closet or not be a leader or be the wrong type of leader. So that's why it's very important to follow the right type of leaders because we become like those who influence us, right? But how do you identify whether the person you're following is the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader? So think about this. Say you got a task from this leader, and this is applicable for you in college or in corporate life. I'm not sure about school life because that's a very formative time and you might not get such a strong leadership figure. But in college and beyond, you can start getting a chance to work with people who are good at leading. So, say a leader gave you a task. You have an idea that you can do it not in that way, but two other ways of doing it. Do you feel comfortable taking that idea to the leader? If you feel comfortable taking that idea to the leader, that's great. But if you don't, think again whether you're following the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. If you are getting timely feedback from the leader, you will also be assured whether you are going in the right direction or not. But a lot of times, what happens is the leader gives the task to you and you getting no feedback. So you are overworking or you're stressed about 10 other possible cases and you don't even know exactly where you want to steer so that you are hitting the bull's eye. Now, the leader who is the right type of leader will have a sense already whether you are aligned or not. They will have a process with which they'll also do timely checks and check with you in a very comfortable way. And you'll automatically know exactly if you're going in the right direction or not, because if you are not, you are getting corrected at every step instead of going 10 kilometers ahead and then hearing back from this leader that, hey, you don't understand anything. Because many tasks are way more complicated than just an average 2 plus 2 is 4. And to solve the series of complicated tasks and get there, sometimes you need a lot of feedback and corrections. The right type of leader will make you feel that. So if you're feeling you're getting the right type of feedback and timely feedback from the leader and they themselves should take that initiative, that's okay. But if you're not and you're always stressed whether you're hitting the target or not, then you might want to think again whether you're following the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. Does this leader ever make you or anyone around feel uncomfortable in their position when they make a mistake? Or say you made a mistake. Are you afraid or are you disappointed with yourself? Feeling afraid and feeling disappointed are two different feelings that you get when you make a mistake. Feeling scared is when you try to do a task, you made a mistake, and you are right now feeling scared that you'll get a bashing from the leader, you'll get a lot of bad words which you'll have to hear in front of everyone. Versus if you're feeling disappointed that I tried to do it at my best, I know my leader is not going to say anything wrong to me, they will guide me. It'll maybe take a little bit of extra work for them to get me back to the right space, but I wish I would have done it better for this leader. And if you are getting the second type of feeling, then probably you're facing or you're working with the right type of leader. But if not, you might want to think again if you're working with the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. If whenever you are given a task, you get a very clear understanding of what the goal is and what the why of the task is. If the leader is able to give you a sense of purpose as to if you do this, it is going to go there and it is going to lead to this, then you have a stronger purpose of the task. You don't just know your task, you know where the ship is going. You know where the leader is trying to take the ship. And not just you, the whole crew knows exactly where they're being led. Then you're probably working with the right type of leader. But if not, you might be working with the right or wrong type of leader. You might want to think again if you're working with the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. If a leader, whenever you go for clarification or whenever you are approaching for any question which might be out of the box, they try to come up with an answer, and if they don't know, they tell you they don't know. Versus you getting answers which are dodgy, like it depends. Or if you get answers like, I'll let you know, and you're pretty much sure that no effort is going to go there. Most of the times you get this internal feeling. You already have it if you're following the right leader or the wrong leader. You already have that subconscious feeling. Don't kill that subconscious feeling that you have, because that's the most important thing, which helps you identify the right type of people, the wrong type of people, as well as the right or the wrong leaders. So if you get this dodgy attitude from the leader whenever you're going and asking for something where they might have to make an effort, then you might want to think again whether you're following the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. And why I'm saying this is not just because you will be in a situation where you will learn from them, but also because if you work with the wrong type of leader, you give more support to the way they believe the world should be. Whatever action you do eventually translates 10x, 100x to what they are trying to do in the world. And if you switch and change the leader you follow and choose the right type of leader, it is the philosophy of this leader which gets expanded. And all of us, when we work, is a very common answer everyone gives. Whatever you're working on, you do that because you want to make the world a better place. So you know how your work can result in making the world a better place, who you have to work with. And you, as I said, have this intuition of following the right or wrong type of leader. And it's not just that about making the world a better place. If you work with the right type of leader, they will convert you, maybe quickly, maybe slowly, but surely they will convert you into a leader. They have a growth mindset. They want to grow and they tag along each and every people who wants to grow. If Steve Jobs becomes a billionaire, 300 other people become millionaires. But if you follow the wrong type of leader, they become billionaire, nobody else becomes a millionaire. Usually that never happens. The only business bad type of leaders increase are probably for psychiatrists and mental health workers and discos and travel companies or experience areas, or maybe any sort of thing where a person goes to escape reality. But if you follow the right type of leader, and tomorrow if you feel very excited about going and interacting with this person again, because they are not just getting the work done with you, they are also taking you in the long run where you want to go, because they are empathetic towards where you want to go and they want to hear your story, then probably you're working with the right type of leader. Or else you might want to think again whether you're working with the right type of leader or the wrong type of leader. Follow the right type of leader if you want to make the world a better place, and if you want to make your own life better and more easy, and if you want to become a leader, follow the right person. See you in the next video, because I think I should end it just there. Follow the right person.